In this video, I am going to explain how to prepare a CNC part program for external thread cutting. So before going to the part programming, once if we know that what are the parameters we are consider for a thread, now look at this diagram. So this A is the root or minor diameter, and B is the pitch diameter, and C is the nominal or outer or major diameter. And this shows the depth of the thread and this thread angle. So these are the parameters required while writing the program. So once if you are familiar with these parameters, then you can easy to write a part program. So this is the pitch, the conjugate to the distance of one thread to the next immediate thread. And this bottom portion is called as a root, and the top portion is called as a crest. So these are the parameters. In this we should know that what is the depth value, what is the thread angle, what minor diameter and major diameter. Now let us go for the syntax we are using for the simple thread cutting. The G76 cycle is using here. Now you can see that the command prompt is the two blocks. First block is G76 PQR and second block is G76 XZPQF. Now let us go for the parameters. The first block, these two, the P is having the 6 digits. First 2 digits indicate the number of finish passes required, and next 2 digits indicate the chamfer of the thread. So at the end, what is the chamfer is there, that indicates this value, and last 2 digits is angle of thread, this angle of thread. So these 3 parameters you can enter after the letter P. Then Q is the minimum depth of cut in microns. So we know 1000 microns is equal to 1 mm. And R is the finishing allowance. So what the finishing element that should be removed in the finishing cycle. Now go to the second block. The second block is consist of X, Z, P, Q and F. X indicates the what is the minor diameter or the root diameter, and Z is the thread length. What is the total length of the thread in Z direction, that indicates the Z value. And P is the depth of thread in mm. So this value, this depth of thread in mm. And Q is the first depth of cut in microns. So that is the 1000 microns is equal to 1 mm. And F is the thread pitch in mm. So this pitch value can give here letter F. So these are the simple syntax we are using for writing the part program for the external thread cutting. Now let us see that part program. The first block, the G21, G98. G21 is the metric unit, G98 is the feet per minute. And the second block indicates the wherever the portion of the tool is there, that send to the reference point. Now you can see that this is the reference point, G28 U0 W0. Then M06 T03. Now we selected external thread tool. So now this is the external thread tool that we selected. That number is the 3. So next, spindle starts rotating in clockwise direction. So now it indicates M03 as 1200 is the rate of speed the spindle starts rotating. So next you see that G00 indicates the fast traverse. Initially the tool is at reference point. Now it's moving from the reference point to the tool entry point, and you define the tool entry point slightly away from the workpiece. So that is a 55 and Z2. Just this is the point where X is 0 and Z is 0. Just 2 mm away from the workpiece, and here it is just 5 mm away from the workpiece is we are taken as a entry point. So that different programs they taken the different entry points. Just better the practice is near the workpiece we can take as a entry point. From this, the whatever the cycles we planned, the tool will work accordingly. So next, send the tool to the point G01, that is a linear motion, to the X50, exact the diameter of the workpiece, and just 1 mm away from the workpiece with a feed 85. Now the thread cycle starts. G76 and P02. The first two letters indicates the the allowances, okay, and these two indicate the chamfer. Yeah, we are not giving any chamfer value, then we'll put the 00, and thread angle is 60, and q 100. So the 100 is in the microns. We know 1000 microns is equal to 1 mm, so 100 is equal to 0.1 mm, that is the depth first, and r is the finishing allowance. Now this go to the second block, G70 X44. So the 44 is the core diameter of the thread, and Z minus 3, that is the thread length is the 30 mm, and P3, so the, and Q 200 F2. So F2 is the pitch of the thread, and 200 is the depth of the cut, first depth. Then G00. So after this block is then the complete threading operation is completed. So up to the given the diameter reaching the core diameter 44. Then the tool is sent to the again tool entry point, where initially is defined the tool entry point. Now we will send to the tool entry point. So after that we will send the tool to the again the reference point. That is a G28 U0 W0 is tool sent to the reference point. Then spindle stop M05, M30 is the program and rewind. So this is the simple the program is required to make the external threading operation. This is the final shape of the components. I hope everyone understand how to prepare the external thread CNC part programming. Thank you.